Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Namaskaram. The previous two lessons we learned the Uttarangam of Saveri Varnam in Khanda Gati first speed and second speed. In order to shift the Gati, we found that we have to calculate the number of avartas so that the number of avartas is divisible by 3 if it is Tisram, and with regard to the Uttarangam of Saveri Varnam, we saw that the first two swaras had 1 avarta each, and third one was of 2 avartas and fourth was of 4 avartas. So 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 8 avartas, and normally we repeat the Charana Sahitya for the first one. When we start the Uttarangam, we generally render it twice, and once each for the second, third and fourth, which makes it 5 times. So 5 plus 8, it came to 13, and we repeated the Charana Sahitya for the third and fourth. And if it comes to 15, incidentally, it is divisible by 5 also. So when we are going to render the Uttarangam of Saveri Varnam in Khanda Gati, the repetitions are similar to the Tisram we rendered, where we have to repeat the Charana Sahitya for first, third and fourth. So it comes to 15 avartas, and by the end of the cycle, we will be coming back to the Samam. So we will now try and sing how it comes in Khanda Gati, and what are the places even before the end of the Uttarangam, what are the places that coincide with Samam, how many avartas coincide with Samam. In Purvangam we saw that 5 avartas coincide with the Samam when we sing the Khanda Gati. So when we sing the Uttarangam, what are the places to be remembered, and whatever swaram starts on the Samam, this all will note, we will actually observe and find out. Even if we miss in the later part, we can start from the midpoint where it starts from Samam. So that this is also necessary to see the end point of each swara. Okay, yeah, we'll start with the Charana Sahitya Khanda Gati for Uttarangam of Saveri Varnam. We'll start the Uttarangam in Chatusram. Charana Sahitya, we'll sing it twice and then shift to Khanda. Dani paine naru nai vela dani paine naru nai vela dani
re ma pa da sa re ma pa ma ni da pa ma.
Now if you look at that, we rendered the Charana Sahitya twice, and then the first Swaram, and then the Charana Sahitya once, and the second Swaram. It becomes 5 avartas and it has come back to Samam. Now we are going to start the Charana Sahitya again for the third Swaram. Okay?
Da ni pa ne na ru na i vela da ni pa ne na ru na i vela da ni da ma ga re ni da ma ga re sa da ma ga re sa ni ga re sa ni da da sa re ma pa da sa ni da re sa ni da pa da sa ni ga da sa re pa da sa ma pa da ga re sa ni da pa ma da ni pa ne na ru na i vela.
Now it has come back to the Samam. We did twice the Charana Sahitya and then the 2 lines of third Swaram and once the Charana Sahitya. Now it has come back to Samam, and the second time the Charana Sahitya, when we repeat it for the fourth Swara, it has to be started on the Samam.
Da ni pa ne na ru na i vela sa re sa ni da pa ma ga re sa da sa pa ma da pa ni da pa ma pa da sa ni da pa da ni da pa ma pa da ma ga re ni da pa ma sa ni da pa re sa ni da pa da ma ga re sa da sa ri ma pa da pa ma pa da sa re ga re sa ni da re sa ni da pa ma ga re ma pa da sa re ga re sa ni da pa ma ga re sa ri ma pa da.
And we have to remember that it is not possible to sing each Swara individually, because in Tisram we also did that concept of singing each Swara separately, taking that back to the Samam and starting every Charana Sahitya on Samam and adjusted the Charana Sahitya, the rendition of Charana Sahitya in accordance with the number of avartas of the Swaras. For example, in Tisram we did 2 times of Charana Sahitya when we did individually, 2 times of Charana Sahitya and once of first Swara, and 2 times of Charana Sahitya and once the second Swara, and once for the third Swara, where it had 2 avartas, and twice for the fourth, where we have 4. Now this is not actually feasible in Khanda Gati, because you have only 1 avarta each for first and second, where if you have to repeat the Charana Sahitya, you have to render it 4 times, which is actually aesthetically not good. That's why we are not doing the individual repetition of Swaras, and for Khandam we are doing the entire rendition of Uttarangam. So in Tisram we can do both the methods, and in Khandam we are doing only the later method where we did the Uttarangam as a whole. Now in Tisram we also took up Mohana Varnam, where we had 3 Swaras had 1 avarta each, and the last one was of 2 avartas, and we had 5 avartas for the Swaras, and for each Swara when you render it once, then it will become 9. So the repetition of Charana Sahitya for the beginning swara was not done for Mohanam. And there are also other structures of Varna. When you look at the Navaraga Malika Varnam, if you look at that, the Purvanga has 4 ragas and the Uttaranga has 5 ragas, and the 4 Chittaswaras, only the first one is of 1 avarta and the second and third are of 2 avartas each, and the fourth one, Sri Ragam, is of 4 avartas. So if you calculate that, Sri Ragam is 4 and then the second and third 2 avartas, which makes it 8, and the first one is 1 avarta. So it becomes 9. Whereas the Saveri had 8. So what we have to do is, we have to repeat the Charana Sahitya. If you are going in the in accordance with Saveri, then we are in need of 6 more avartas, which will be rendering twice. The Charana Sahitya will be rendering it at twice at the beginning, and second, third and fourth, which becomes 5. So we have 9 avartas and 5 avartas of Charana Sahitya, and we will have to render it for only 1 instead of Saveri, where we sang twice for the first, third and fourth. Now we will have to do it only for the first and fourth. Okay, this is the calculation we have to remember when doing the Gati Bedam. So according to the number of avartas in which the swaras are set, we have to adjust the Charana Sahitya. So for Navaraga Malika Varnam, the total is 9 avartas for the swarams, and we are in need of 6. For each swaram, when you render it once, it will become 13, and for the first and fourth, if you render it twice, and it will become 15. Shall we try that? And what are the ragas in the Navaraga Malika? The first one is the Charana Sahitya is in the Raga Kamboji. First Chittaswara is in Yadukala Kamboji. Second one is in Bilahari. Third one is in Mohanam, and fourth one is Sri Raga. Okay. So we will start with the Chatushram of Navaraga Malika. What we will do is, we will render the entire Uttarangam and then we will shift that nadai. Okay.
Padasa roja moolanenam miti padasa roja moolanenam miti pamagam Sari mama pada sa roja moolanenam miti pada pamagariga da pamagari sani da pada sari ga pamagari sari ga pamagari ga pada sa ri ga pada sa sari ga pada sa da sari ga pamagari ga pada sa roja moolanenam miti pada pagari ga da pagari ga pagari sa gari sa ri sa da sa ri ga pa da sa da pa gari sa da pa gari sa ri ga pa da sa ri gari sa da pa da sa da pa gari sa ri ga ga pa da sa ro ja மூலனே நம்மீதி பாமரி கரி சனி சகரி சனி பனி சரி மபமரி கரி சனி சரி மப சரி மபனி பசனி பமரி கரி ரி ம ப நீ ச ப நீ ச ரி ரி நீ ச ரி க க ரி ச நீ நீ க ரி க ச ரி நீ ச ரி நீ ச ப நீ ச ரி நீ க க ரி ச நீ ரி ரி ச நீ ப த நீ ப ம ரி க ரி ச ப த ச ரோ ஜ மூலனே நம்மீதி பத ச ரோ ஜ மூலனே நம்மீதி ப ம க ரி க ரி ச ப த ச ரி ம ம ப த ச ரோ ஜ மூலனே நம்மீதி பத ப ம க ரி க த ப ம க ரி ச நி த ப த ச ரி க ப ம க ரி ச ரி க ப ப ம க ரி க ப.
We are starting from the samam. That is the second line of second swaram starts on samam.
Pa ma ga ri ga pa da sa ri ga pa da sa sa ri ga pa da sa da sa ri ga pa ma ga ri ga pa da sa ro ja மூலனே நம்மீதி பா த ப க ரி க த ப க ரி க ப க ரி ச க ரி ச ரி ச ரி ச த ச ரி க ப த ச த ப க ரி ச த ப க ரி ச ரி க ப த ச ரி க ரி ச த ப த ச த ப க ரி ச ரி க க ப த ச ரோ ஜ மூலனே
variation here.
Pada roja mulane nammiti pa pamariga gari sani sagari sam sani pani sari ma pa mari gari sani sari ma pa ni pa sani pa mari gari sam ri ma pa ni sa pa ni sari ni sari ga gari sani ni gari ga sari ni sari ni sa pa ni sari ni ga gari sani ri sani pada ni pa mari gari sam gari sani pari sani pa ma pada sam roja mulane nammiti pada sam.
For any Varnam, we can do the Gati Bedam by counting the number of avartas and repeating the Charana Sahitya accordingly. Now with regard to the sequence, now we have done Tisram 2 speeds for the Uttarangam and Chatusram 2 speeds for the Uttarangam. Where will this fit in? According to the sequence we did in Purvangam, after 4 we started off with 5. So after Chatusram, if we are going to render it as a sequence, so we will be starting with the Chatusram first speed and then immediately the Khandam will fit in there. After that we have to shift to 6 and Mishram will be dealing with Mishram in the later lessons, and invariably the Tisram and Khandam, when you calculate the number of avartas, unlike the Purvanga, in Purvanga we introduced only, we repeated only the first line of Pallavi because 9 was enough in Purvanga and we were in need of 10 for Khandam. Whereas here the 15, so there is no difference between 15 where the 3 also coincides and 5 also coincides, so there is no difference between the number of repetitions with regard to Tisram or Khandam. Probably it might differ with regard to other Varnams, but it will not differ for the Navaragamalika where we had 15. Probably if you take up Mohanam, in Mohanam what we did, we had 5 avartams of Swarams and 4, so 9. So if it is 9, then it is not divisible by 5. So you need one more avarta. Probably we will have to repeat the Charana Sahitya for the last Swaram also. So the Tisram and Khandam, similarity of Tisram and Khandam also depends on the structure of the Varna. So what we have to ensure is first calculate the number of avartas and then see whether it is, because normally in the Uttarangam if you take up, normally any Varnam will have 8 avartas of Swaras. Even if you keep it as 4 Swaras, first and second will have 1 avarta each and third will have 2 and fourth will have 4 avartas, which is a normal structure. There are exceptions where you have the Kalyani Varnam, where you have 1 avarta each for first and second and 2 avartas for the third and 3 avartas for the fourth. So the total makes it to only 7. So there will be difference in the rendition of Tisram and Khandam, because in Tisram, even if it is, but we won't have 9 because we are going to repeat the Charana Sahitya for 4. So it is similar to what we did for here also, because if you repeat the Charana Sahitya, then it comes to 9, because you have 3 plus 2, 5 plus 6 plus 7. If you repeat the Charana Sahitya for 4, then it becomes 11. So you will have to repeat the Charana Sahitya for all the Chittaswaras in Kalyani Varnam. Whereas for Tisram, only if you repeat once any of the Charana Sahitya, then it comes to 12. Because in Tisram 12 is enough. But for Khandam we need 4 more avartas. So the similarity of Tisram and Khandam is also independent of the structure of the Varna. It is not similar as in the case of Saveri, we repeated the same Charana Sahitya. We repeated the Charana Sahitya for first, third and fourth, which is not the case for Kalyani also. So with this, we have learnt the Khanda Gati first speed for the Uttarangam of Saveri, and in the next lesson, let us explore the Khanda Gati second speed for the Uttarangam and also the combination of first and second speed. How we did it for the Tishram as well as the Chatushram. Thank you.